सबको आज हम विजयदशमी की शुभकामनाएं। The demon is always within, the goddess is always within, the battle too is always within, and so is the triumph of one over the other. Which one over which one? The choice is also somehow within us. तो इन शब्दों के साथ मैं आज की शुरुआत करना चाहूंगी और आप सबको दशहरे की विजयदशमी की शुभकामनाएं देना चाहूंगी। यही नहीं, आज गांधी जयंती भी है और इस अवसर पर हम शांति की और सबके मन पे सब मनोकामना करते हैं कि हम एक बहुत ही विवेकशील एटमॉस्फेयर अपने पास बनाए, अपनी संस्था को भी बहुत इसी तरीके से जैसे गांधी जी ने हमें दिशा दिखाई है उसी दिशा के ऊपर हम चले। तो सबसे पहले मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूंगी अपनी प्रेसिडेंट एनआईजीएफ को, ताकि हम सब का वो वेलकम करेंगी। ओवर टू डॉक्टर रागिनी अग्रवाल मैम। डॉक्टर रागिनी अग्रवाल का सीवी हम देख पा रहे हैं स्क्रीन पर मैं नहीं पढ़ूंगी जैसा कि मैम चाहती हैं कि मैं आप मैम की ओवर टू यू मैम। वी विल जस्ट गो।
थैंक यू ज्योति, थैंक यू। हटा लें स्लाइड। नमस्कार, आप सबका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आज के इस ओरेशन में। ये हमारा ओरेशन 3 साल से चल रहा है, जो कि हमारी पहली प्रेसिडेंट डॉक्टर साधना गुप्ता ने शुरू किया था। शुरुआत के पहले हम नमन करेंगे अपनी चीफ पैट्रन डॉक्टर शारदा जैन मैडम को। और आज का जो ये प्रोग्राम है 2 अक्टूबर, आज ना सिर्फ गांधी जयंती और लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जयंती है, बल्कि जैसा ज्योति ने कहा आज विजयदशमी भी है। तो इसके साथ जो एक बहुत ही यूनिक सा टॉपिक हमारी आज की ओरेटर लेकर के आई हैं, उसको हम लोग सुनेंगे और शायद उससे कुछ आज की तारीख में हमारे लिए अपनी भी शिक्षा होगी। इन शब्दों के साथ मैं पुनः आप लोगों का स्वागत करती हूँ। ओवर टू यू ज्योति।
धन्यवाद मैम। और अब मैं डॉक्टर शारदा जैन मैम, जो हमारी चीफ पेट्रन है, जो हमारी एनआईजीएफ की पिलर हैं या धुरी हैं, उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूंगी कि हमें ब्लेसिंग्स दें ताकि हम अपना ओरेशन शुरू कर पाए।
वापस आने के लिए एटलीस्ट मुझे चाहिए आप।
हेलो,
3 बजे
सबको म्यूट कर दो डॉक्टर ज्योति,
सब लोग अपने को म्यूट रखें।
ठीक है। संडे
जी मैडम, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
मैडम अनम्यूट करिए अपने को। शारदा जैन मैम।
मैम म्यूट है,
आवाज नहीं आ रही मैम आपकी। हेलो मैम की ऑडियो
आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
मैम आप एक बार लॉग आउट करके फिर लॉग इन करिए, फिर से हैंग कर गया।
Can you hear me now?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
I think the orations are really great, and especially इससे हम बहुत लोगों को जानते हैं, and somehow people जो कि फॉक्सी के एक्टिव मेंबर्स नहीं रहे हैं, वो एक दूसरे को बहुत कम जानते हैं. And I think, when key opinion leaders take a viewpoint on any particular subject, it gives an idea that we must think about it. I am very glad that Dr. Harsh Khullar has chosen a very important topic burnout in among doctors. So I think, we are all very keen to listen to this particular thing, because I think, high time has come that various associations should rise up to this occasion and take cognizance, why this burnout is happening too much. So I think, this has become a problem in more than 50% of people, especially in a woman, and especially in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So over to you, Dr. Jyoti, to carry out the further proceedings.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words, your blessings, your guidance, your constant support, and this journey we will continue under your guidance for with the present with the team that has been appointed. So we have for this the chairpersons today, Dr. Sangeeta Gupta. Dr. Sangeeta is the chairman for NIGF. Dr. Sadhana Gupta, she is the past president of NIGF. Dr. Chitra Raghunandan ma'am and Dr. Anuradha Khanna ma'am. So over to the chairpersons so that we can start the oration by Dr. Harsh Kullar ma'am. Dr. Sangeeta ma'am.
Acha, good
Ji.
evening, everybody. And I think today is very important occasion, as we all are discussing. So many things are combining together. And as a health professional, we are sitting at home today. That is the most important point. Otherwise, we all are busy in our work. So the topic is very relevant to we, the health professionals, the ladies especially, and especially the one who are serving with obs and gynae services, because day in, day out, we are performing our emergency duties, our routine OPD services, and all sort of taking consideration into all sort of home responsibilities also. So I think today's topic is very important, and I will really thank Madam Jain, who has taken care of our burnout day in, day out, well before the discussion of this topic, as we are having many programs in our North India Gynae Forum platform, as well as Delhi Gynecologist Forum platform, which helps in taking out us away from this burnout of health professionals. So we are here to listen, Dr. Harsha, and thank you, Dr. Jyoti, for giving me this opportunity to be here with all on this opportunity, auspicious occasion. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, do we have the CV of Dr. Harsh, or can we straight away start with the oration?
Showing the CV.
We have, yeah, please.
I think everybody knows me.
Yeah, ma'am, but formally, I'll just speak a few lines. Ma'am is a senior consultant at Institute of Obstetrics and Gynae, Sir Gangaram Hospital. She has a special interest in oncology, and she has has been a national vice president, ISOPAP, President North Zone ISOPAB, and past President Delhi Gynae Forum Central. She has multiple awards, and I think we would like to now listen to this oration on a very pertinent topic. Over to Dr. Harsh, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction. And good evening, everybody, on this very happy occasion of Vijayadashmi. Can I have my slides, please?
Ma'am, I just start the slide from your end.
I just start.
If possible, ma'am, can you on the switch on the camera?
I have. ये वाला. Yes.
मैम प्लीज कैमरा ऑन कर लीजिए मैम.
हाँ जी.
कैमरा ऑन कर लीजिएगा पॉसिबल हो तो. Yeah. Like,
So, good evening, dear friends, and a very happy Vijayadashmi to all of you. My sincere thanks to Dr. Sharda Jain ma'am, Dr. Ragini Agarwal, and whole of the organizing team of NIGF, including Dr. Sadhna Gupta, Dr. Sudha Sharma, Dr. Jyoti Malik, Dr. Archana Verma, and Dr. Anita Rajoria for inviting me to deliver this oration on a very great day of birth of Mahatma Gandhi and Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. So I think Dr. Ragini met me on around 12th of September only in Lady Harding Hospital, and she said, "Ma'am, you have to deliver an oration for NIGF on 2nd of October." The time was too less. So I was just thinking what topic I should speak on. So I took 2-3 days because I was getting call from Dr. Ragini that, "Ma'am, topic bata dijiye." So I said, "I'm just thinking and I'll let you know." So in the meantime, we just heard a news that a doctor committed suicide, and a doctor on the rounds. He was a young doctor and he was on the rounds. He just collapsed and passed away. There was no medical comorbidity and nothing in the house also which could have caused this thing, stress or tension. But we don't know whether it was the professional's burnout or whatever it was. That, of course, then I thought that let me speak on this topic only, that burnout and beyond in healthcare professionals. It doesn't include only doctors. I think nurses are also equally involved. Because when I was going through the data and all, I found that quite a number of the nurses also suffer in the. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. See, a doctor is considered as a Ashtbhuj Durga, like Durga. So you can see here, whenever we are in the hospital as a doctor, we are getting calls from patients. We are seeing a patient. Suddenly we are thinking in our mind that, oh, that patient I have not seen. I have to prescribe something. I have to see her reports. And thirdly, that in the morning, I've left my child at home who had fever, whether he's taken or medicine or not. Thirdly, getting a call from the husband. Oh, home loan dena hai, wo abhi diya ki nahi diya. So there are so many things that, see, you can see that all, like, I think God should have given this thing, doctors, 8 hands to deal with all these things, that the problems which they face. When ambition overtakes performance, the gap is called frustration. But if performance overtakes ambitions, it's called success. And life is never easy. We have to make it easy. Sometimes by ignoring something and sometimes by accepting something. So what is burnout? Burnout is a syndrome conceptualized as resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. So there is a difference between stress and burnout. When we see that when we are stressed, so there is a difference that we are burnout. So both have got two ends of a thing. Because stress are here, the emotions are overactive, but in burnout, emotions are blunted. In stress, there is urgency and hyperactivity. You must have experienced that whenever you are doing some cesarean or any operation, if there is bleeding, so you just want to control it immediately. And of course, you become hyperactive also. Jaldi se ye pakrao, wo pakrao, like that. So you become hyperactive. But in burnout, what happens? That it produces helplessness and hopelessness. In stress, there is loss of energy due to this hyperactivity also. But in burnout, loss of motivation, ideals, and hope. Stress leads to anxiety disorders. Burnout leads to detachment and depression. Stress is a primary damage is physical, whereas in burnout, primary damage is emotional. Stress may kill you prematurely, but burnout may make life seem not worth living. You want to die, that there is nothing in this world which I can do now. So stress and burnout, this thing is not a syndrome, it's a symptom, but it's a syndrome. So effect of burnout can be substantial, not only for the doctors, but also they are at a greater risk of making errors. For example, medication errors, diagnostic and decision-making errors, suboptimal and attitudes to the patients. So psychiatrist Herbert Friedenberger, he described the term as the overworked volunteers in mental health clinics. Is recognized as an occupational syndrome arising from chronic workplace stress that is not successfully managed, and it can go through the energy depletion, increased mental distance from one's job, and reduced professional efficacy. Burnout reflects the emotional cost of sustained caregiving, emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and reduced accomplishments. Health systems are experiencing increasing pressures, with many doctors and nurses reporting poor mental health and working condition challenges are contributing to burnout, absenteeism, and professionalism at the workplace. The well-being of doctors and nurses is critical to the future of the this thing. इस इसमें आ नहीं रहा है. Photo sorry can. The well-being of doctors and nurses is critical to the future of health system, and protecting their mental health is at risk. First, a moral obligation, and it is essential to retain a strong, resistant workplace. In India, more than 1 million doctors are there, and every year, 80,000 medical students graduate as doctors from 529 medical colleges. Medical profession is considered as more stressful, but mental health is still a subject of taken in medical profession. The new medical curriculum has not incorporated single skill in psychiatry as mandatory in examination for MBBS students studies to become doctors in India. This adversely affects mental health awareness among the budding doctors. Many individual factors also result in adverse effects at organizational level, being associated with reduced workplace productivity and efficiency, reduced practice revenue, and greater probability of ordering unnecessary tests or procedures, which lead to patient burden. So burnout is a widespread cancer, you can say that, among medical profession, but also interventions to reduce stress and burnout in the interest of doctors, organization, and patients is very important. So this was a study, I got it from that, this was a study from Uganda, and where they had done this thing, prevalence of the burnout among healthcare professionals. You can see that burnout estimate among allied health professionals was, it was of moderate burnout was seen in 73% health professionals as compared to low burnout in 18% and high burnout in 9%. And when they estimated that burnout estimate among doctors, they found that high burnout was seen in 25% as compared to low burnout in 75%. And burnout estimate among nurses was also not less. It was moderate burnout in 68% and low burnout in almost 25% and high burnout in 6% of the patients, persons. So burnout rate among healthcare professionals between 30 to 49 years of age, when they compared with at least 4 years work duration, they found that low burnout, they were all females between 40 to 49 years, and 50% worked for 4 to 6 years. And moderate burnout was seen in in younger patients, younger doctors was between 30 to 39%. It was 62.5% as compared to 37.5% when they were between 40 to 49 years of age. So you can see that high burnout was seen in 25% and moderate burnout was not seen in single person, and low burnout was seen in 75%. So the average burnout score by average age and gender, when they compared, they found that males 59.94% average burnout score and 28.33 was the average age. And females 55.92% was the average burnout scores as compared to 32.1 average age of the females. So when they compared the total, when they did the total, they found that 57.4% average burnout score was there and average age was 30.64. So what are the possible causes of burnout? Unbalanced duty or duty allocation. You must have seen whenever the duty roster is being made, the students, they say that uski duty zyada lagai hai, hamari kam lagai hai, and this thing, I don't want to work on this day because this is my husband's birthday, or whatever it is, that's due to something. So unbalanced duty allocations, that is complaint is by 38.7%, and physical exhausting work 35.5%. Emotional exhaustion, 32.3%. getting blamed for others' mistake 35.5%. ये usually देखा गया है कि whenever this thing something wrong is there and a person gets this thing scolding and she says, no, I didn't do, somebody else did, she did, the other person has done. So that is seen in about 35.5%. And nothing to do for a patient, that is in 50.1%. So you can see 1/3 out of 100, you can see that on 35% this thing doctors, they have got this unbalanced duty allocation or physical exhausting work. So when we see by specialities, see the emergency medicine doctors, they are at high risk. So they can have in around 68% this thing burnout by specialties, followed by general internal medicine. And that is also in around 60%, followed by other medical branches. But when we come to our OBGY, we see that it is in around 52%. So burnout rates by specialties is also quite high. And anesthesiology also is in that range only. But all other branches, they are between 40 to 45. But I'm very happy to see that dermatology is the best branch because in that only 30% only that burnout is there. So by specialties, you can see just made a table to show that emergency medicine 68%, general internal medicine 55%, OBGY 52%, general surgery 42%, and dermatology 30%. So what are the causes of burnout? Causes of burnout can be work-related, it can be lifestyle causes, or there can be personality traits. They can also contribute to the burnout. So work-related causes of burnout, that is feeling like you have little or no control over your work.
Hello.
Dr. Surbi, please. Dr. Surbi, please mute yourself.
Feeling like you have little or no control over your work, lack of recognition or rewards for good work, unclear or overly demanding job expectations, doing work that is monotonous or unchallenging, working in an unorganized or high-pressure environment. Then there are lifestyle causes, that is working too much without enough time for relaxing and socializing. I remember when we were doing MD and we had to do duty for more than 48 hours. On Saturday, we used to go, Saturday and Sunday was our emergency, 48 hours, and next day was OT. So you can see that this thing, there was too much of this thing work and without enough time for relaxing and socializing. Being expected to be too many things, to do too many things to too many people. Then taking on too many responsibilities without enough help from others, not getting enough sleep, and lack of close supportive relationships. That is, you don't have a close friend or a relative because you see that this thing in the beginning to the medical Sorry, I think the slides. Sorry. Perfected tendencies, nothing is ever good enough because one thing that he or she is the only perfectionist and all others are not doing well. And there is pessimistic view of yourself and the world and the need to be in control, reluctance, unwillingness to delegate to others. Because if one has to do the work, he or she will think that that person can only do that work, but not this thing other. Suppose we want to allocate the work to some junior person, we're always saying that, oh, whether she'll be able to do or not. So that is the need to be in control. And high achieving type A personality people, because they always want type A things only, that is A grade. Then what are the warning signs and symptoms of burnout? These are the physical signs, emotional signs, and the behavioral signs. Because it doesn't set up immediately that burnout is there. Because initially there can be physical signs, and of course then emotional signs and the behavioral signs. So physical signs are in the form of lower career satisfaction, higher absenteeism, greater probability of leaving profession prematurely or early retirement, greater risk of experiencing difficulties interpersonal relationship, for example, with family and partners. Because I know that seeing one of our juniors, he has done his MBBS, and after doing the MBBS, he went and appeared for the IAS. He said, no, I don't think that this is my cup of tea. I have to do something in which I enjoy. So when they become doctors, I think it's very important that their aptitude should be towards the medicine, and they should only join. And when I joined MBBS, I still remember one of the same girls who had joined. She was also from Delhi. I have done my MBBS from BHU. And this girl, she was there for 2-3 months, and I think from a rich family, but she couldn't adjust in the hostel and all. Daily she was getting this thing going here, I want to make a call, there was no telephone in the hostel also. So she left the job after this seat after 2 months. So similarly, we also hear that incidences that so many dropouts are there. So many after few months, after 1 year, they drop out. So I think it's very important that when they join, there should be some training initially only. That is whatever is required. They should be prepared for that. Physical signs and symptoms of burnout: feeling tired and drained, that is exhausted most of the time, lowered immunity, and frequent headaches, back pain, muscle aches, and change in the appetite and sleep habits. Emotional signs and symptoms of burnout are sense of failure and self-doubt, feeling helpless, trapped, and defeated, detachment, feeling alone in the world. They think there is nobody with us and I'm all alone, and loss of motivation. They don't want to do anything. Increasingly negative outlook. They start thinking negatively. See, they think that no, life is not for us. I think we should now do something that, of course, decrease satisfaction and sense of it. Whatever they do, they are not satisfied. And behavioral signs and symptoms of burnout are withdrawal from the responsibilities. They stop doing the work, isolating oneself from others, taking longer to get things done, using substance abuse, taking out frustration on others, skipping work or coming late and leaving early because they are not able to adjust to the changes. So this was, I just took it from the Times of India on February 24, 2024. 122 medical students commit suicide and 1,270 drop out in past 5 years. So you can see that. That means 122 students commit suicide in 5 years, means almost 25 students in 1 year they're committing suicide. That is 2 students per month. So that is too much. And 1,270 dropouts in last 5 years means almost 250 students. They drop out. They just join and spoil the seat, which could have been used by some others. And they're not bothered about the money, which I think their parents have to pay back also. So that is very important to see that whosoever joins medicine, it's very important that, first of all, they should see that whether they can adjust to that or not. Then consequences of physician burnout are medical errors, impaired professionalism, reduced patient satisfaction, depression and suicidal ideation, anxiety disorder, and motor vehicle crashes and near misses, because they are thinking something else and they're just driving, and of course, accidents might happen. Then what are the prevention strategies against burnout among doctors? That is by modifying the organizational structure and work process, improving the fit between organization and the individual so that better adaptation to the work environment occurs, individual level actions to reduce stress and poor health symptoms through effective coping and promoting healthy behaviors. So dealing with the job stress, in order to avoid job burnout, it is important to reduce and manage stress at work. Start by identifying what factors are stressful. Then you can take steps to deal with the problem, either by changing your work environment. As I told you, that the person who could not adjust joined the IS, and work environment, or changing the way you deal with the stressor, or either you start thinking that you have to de-stress yourself so that you can adjust to this place. Actively address this problem. Take a proactive approach rather than a passive one to issues in your workplace. You will feel less helpless if you assert yourself, express your needs. If you don't have the authority or resources to solve the problem, talk to a superior. That means if you're suppose, it's always better that if you're working in a team, so you can, if you're having any problem, then you can always discuss with the senior one, so that you can, I think, handle that case properly, or whatever your personal problem is also. I think it's better that you discuss with somebody, because if you're keeping in yourself only, then of course you are going into depression. In a developing country like India, with enormous population, huge expectation from medical professionals, day-to-day stress borne by the doctors is never considered, and their concerns take a backseat. The most common triggers of workplace: long duty hours, overworked, inadequately skilled support staffs, scarcity of resources, no supportive colleagues, and unfavorable events. Indirect factors contribute, like keeping oneself calm under all circumstances, quiet them, maintaining interaction with patient and relative. External factors like family, children, and financial issues, they also contribute to this. So what are the burnout prevention tips? Start the day with a relaxing ritual rather than jumping out of bed as soon as you wake up. सुबह सुबह उठे और एकदम बिल्कुल जाने में 15 मिनट रह गए, immediately get ready and go to your work. No, I think it's better that you should wake up early and do your rituals. Spend at least 15 minutes meditating, writing in your journal, doing gentle stretches, or reading something that inspires you. Adopt healthy eating, exercising, sleeping habits. When you eat right, engage in regular physical activity, and get plenty of rest, you have the energy and resilience to deal with life's hasses and demands. Set boundaries. Don't overextend yourself. Learn how to say no to requests on your time. If you find this difficult, remind yourself that saying no allows you to say yes to the things that you truly want to do. Take a daily break from technology. It's very important. Everybody is tech savvy. So the thing is that I think it's better that you completely disconnect for some time in a day. Put away your laptop, turn off your phone, and stop checking emails.
Burnout in doctors.
Nourish your creative side. Creativity is powerful antidote to the burnout. Try something new. Start a new project, fun project. Like this thing Dr. Sangeeta was telling, that Dr. Shada Jan ma'am keeps us busy. So it's very important that we really like the idea of this thing, celebrating on the 15th of August, that function where all the doctors are involved in various activities, whatever they like, whether they're doing the mono acting or they're doing dance, singing, like that. It's very important. I think one should have this thing, creativity, it's a powerful antidote, so that you can de-stress yourself and choose activities that have nothing to do with the work. Then learn how to manage stress. When you are on the road to burnout, you may feel hopeless, but you have a lot more control over stress than you may think. Learning how to manage stress can help you regain your balance. So you should remember that 5 pillars of mental wellness are there: mindful eating, rest and restoration, mindfulness, exercise, and managing stress. So how you can cope up with the job burnout? That is, clarify your job description. Ask your boss for an updated description of your job duties and responsibilities. Point out things you are expected to do. That is why all the residents, they are asked to bring a notebook with them whenever they are on the round, so that they can just dot down that what all they have to do But sometimes they say, no, we'll remember. Then they don't do the things and they get the scolding. So point out things you are expected to do that are not part of your job description and gain a little leverage by showing that you have been putting work over and above the parameters of your job. Take time off. If burnout seems inevitable, take a complete break from the work. Go on vacation. Use up your sick days. Ask for temporary leave of absence. Anything to remove yourself from the situation. Use the time away to recharge your batteries and take perspective. Like we have to recharge the batteries once they are off. So similarly, body is also needs a recharging of the batteries inside. So relaxation response, there are two steps. One is calming focus and it let go relax. Calming focus in the form of, as I told you, small prayer or breathe in, breathe out. And step 2 is let go relax by meditation, yoga, and religious prayer. It causes physiological shift on the body, just opposite of the stress response. Then now we come to, because my talk will not be complete if I don't touch the OBGY in India. Stress word is derived from Latin word. And in a Dutch study of obstetrics gynae, out of 683 participants, 12.6% work-related traumatic event with an estimated prevalence of 1.5% was there. So it is estimated that 40 to 75% of OBGY currently suffer from professional burnout, making the lifetime risk a virtual certainty. The well-being of doctors and nurses is critical to the future of health systems. Protecting their mental health is not just a moral obligation. It is essential to retain a strong, resilient workplace. So it's very important that these factors, these things are kept in mind. See, it's very important that here one thing is there, that whenever when a student joins, so sometimes we think that he or she doesn't know anything, started scolding them. No, I think we should not do that. I think we should take the student aside and just tell that what is their fault, because from there only the negative attitudes towards the profession starts. So it's very important they should be handled with care. And because handling is very important right from the beginning, because initially only if they get this negative attitude towards the profession, then they'll start thinking negatively. So these are various stress-related symptoms I've already told you. And this is chalked down common sense stressors. This is getting up late. This all can lead to this. Unsure to regain OPD, OT on time, unsure of abilities, overworked, burned out, tense, pessimistic. We need relaxation techniques too, breathing focus, then body image, yoga, meditation, and use of mindfulness to reduce work stress, power of mind, and you should feel grateful. So this was the study from Rohtak Medical College. I found that they found that the study was done in 45 students, 45 MBBS students. And they found that between 20 to 25 were 18 students, 26 to 30 were 25, 30 to 35 was 2, and more than 35 years was none. And who pursued or did not pursue hobbies, they compared this and they found that who pursued their hobbies was seen in was in 5 students, and residents who could not pursue their hobbies was 40. So the reason of stress was in these 45 students was too much of paperwork. That was complained by 93.3%, long working hours, 82.2%, less time for friends and family, 48.8%, new learnings of subjects, 68.8%, expectations to perform well in clinics, 84.4%, experiencing complication of birth, death of a patient, 88.8%, and others too. So these were the reasons behind the stress, and all of you know that these days students are not allowed to work for that long hours, because 8 hours duty is because government has taken into this problem and the duty hours have been reduced. But sometimes they have to do their duty, because sometimes the patient is there and they have to look after that. So it's very important that how to cope up techniques for stress among the obstetrics gynae residents. This was talk with the friends, 100%. Listen to music, 82.2%. Log into social media, 93.3%. Exercise, 33%. Eat junk food, 64.4%. These were the coping techniques they were following. Sleep or relax, 66.6%. Shopping, offline or online, 86%. There was nobody with substance abuse. And residents with colloquial depression was seen in 10 persons out of 45, and with clinical depression, there was none out of those 45 residents. So this was a study which I was telling you that one of our DNB student, Dr. Suyash, he has undertaken for this DNB residents, and he found that the 2 assessments were conducting with the first 2 months of training, and again at around after 8 months of the joining their course, DNB course. And we found that exhaustion remained consistently high throughout the year. That means the day they joined, 2 months after that is this training program, and their assessment was done. And 8 months after that, in these 6-7 months, there was no change, and exhaustion remained consistently high throughout the year. And these are the various, I was just going through various, what is our government doing for that? Because as for the mental health programs they have launched, it was in 1982, National Mental Health Program was launched. Then it was District Mental Health Program, which was launched in 1996. Then, of course, in 2014, National Mental Health Policy came. And after that, in 2017, Mental Health Care Act. But this is all for the in general, but nothing is there for the healthcare professionals, because I think we have to have some need for healthcare professionals, because at every stage, it's not only the students, I think the high level ones also, because see, everybody is a human being, and there's a person, he or she might be having some problems, and which they don't come out with. And sometimes it's a professional problem, sometimes there's some problem with the case which they have doing, and they just keep within them. I think one should come out with that, and they should be, I think, helped by discussing the things, one can have not psychiatrist, it should be the psychological counseling, what are those called? Psychologists. They should be, I think, brought into picture, and these doctors or medical professionals, they should discuss their things with the psychologists. And this is that WHO Europe launches first of its kind of medical health professional care survey on mental health on 31st of October 2024. But I could not find anything what is being done in our India. So take-home message is that even without sharp statistical shifts, the direction and persistent in first-year resident is telling exhaustion sets in early, does not abate. Nearly half of residents remain disengaged from work, and after 8 months, social family buffers, and especially it's very important that a person, I think, whosoever is staying away from the family should also talk to that person frequently. And this person should also talk to the family, so that it acts as a buffer, so that it can decrease the burden, whatever mental burden the person is having, it can help that. And surgical residents and those with financial or personal vulnerabilities are at heightened risk. This underscores burnout as a systemic and clinically significant challenge, and demanding institutional attention and preventive strategies rather than expecting natural resolution. It's not only the institutional, it's not only the workplace. I think it should be that for the healthcare workers, I think government should do something, so that there should be some policy that before entering the medical field only, I think there should be some policy that they need that aptitude for the medical profession also. So whatever healthcare professionals they need, it is the overwork and all, and they just need the tender loving care. I think if they can discuss their things, and if they are whenever they are in the job and all, they are treated well and all, and then also there can be interest in the this thing, their medical field also. Thank you so much. I think I've covered everything, and I just want to say that even doctors, they also have some stress in our hospital. There was this thing in last 10 months only. We have found that 35% they are diabetic. And although there can be a genetic factor, but of course, the stress has also led to their increase in the sugars. Secondly, that almost 21 have undergone angiography and angioplasty. So you can just see that it is not only the genetic factor only, it is the stress which the healthcare professionals, they go through that. So I think there should be something that I think one should divide the duty as such to decrease the tension on the burden. And I think there should be a teamwork also, so that one can always contribute to help the other, so that all the tension is not taken by one in case there is any serious patient. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, Dr. Harsh, ma'am. It was actually like amazing. It was mind-boggling. And the topic that you've touched is something which I think it should be the healthcare professionals should be taken care of. The burnouts, the percentage of burnouts that the obstetricians, nearly 50% that you have told, are going through. And the studies that you've brought up, the study by Dr. Pushpa Daya, Dr. Meenakshi Chauhan, and Dr. Savita Singhal from PGIMS, the study from your own place, from Gangaram. So it is really, I mean, it is something which I think NIGF, DGF, FOGSI, all these platforms should take up. And I would now request my chairpersons to please give their comments. Dr. Anuradha Khanna ma'am is here. Dr. Anuradha ma'am, your comments for this wonderful oration by Dr. Harsha ma'am.
मैडम अनम्यूट कर लीजिए. Unmute.
Yes, now it is there. I think I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First of all, I would like to tell you all that Dr. Harsh Kullar is 6 months senior to me. She has passed her MSMD from the Institute of Medical Sciences, BHU only, and she is very lovable, hard worker, very simple, and excellent worker and excellent person also. She was here with us in Varanasi. Her topic is of great thoughts, and we all were suffered from all these. But one thing I would like to say, if I have been not suffered 3 days continuous night duties, I could not have able to save my father, because for him I was woke up for 4 days. So for being a doctor, and that too, join a gynae emergency job, your training should be like that. Nowadays in BHU only, the doctors are doing only 12 hours duty emergency. How can they learn of 24 hours delivery course? It's questionable. So once you are going to join any branch of the medicine, you should observe yourself whether you are fit for that or not, or change your branch. It's not that everyone should go for obs-gynae. So I think we have got selected persons to go in selected branches instead of blaming anyone. And regarding the seniors, juniors, if they will not know how to respect the senior, then things will be very bad even in their family also. So actually the person's starting is the home grace and scar. If the grace and scar is not good, nuclear families are there, they have got childhood traumas, or they have been suffered, then of course they cannot be a good teacher, good doctor, whatever. So it's not one thing only what I will say. And just taking care of the health, Dr. Harsha has mentioned very nicely that meditation. What I will say, that our job is our meditation. If you think positive for the patient, pray for the patient, think that patient is your body, your sister, your mother, it's a prayer more than a meditation for me, because I remember my residency with Dr. Harsha Kullar and others, that we were always bothered for the patient and patient. What else is more spiritual than that? It's my feeling, because the meditation is that you are going to have your best of everything to your patient, to your family, to everyone. So very thought-provoking the talk is, and of course we should understand while we are dealing any doctor with us, any patient with us, we have to respect our relations, and all that too, what to speak, when not to speak. And if you've got your fantasy to go along with your dresses and your everything and not bothered for the patient, better you don't join this branch. So I've given my word, and I think we all are agreed with it, that what a doctor is not for the money. First of all, one has to understand that money comes later on. First, you are a doctor, so you should understand, don't compare with the businessman. Thank you so much for making me.
I'll just tell you one incident, because one day one intern was sitting with me and he was just telling कि मैंने कहा कि आगे इंटर्नशिप के बाद क्या करना है मैम, क्या करें? अभी तो देखो ना, मेरा क्लासमेट जो है, we were in school, he has done his MBA and he's getting a package of 25 lakhs.
Yes.
And I'm still an intern, I have to appear for the PG NEET. है ना? So these are the things I think they start taking in this thing terms of money, because they are earning less. Okay? Because in internship they hardly get. We used to get only 250 rupees during our internship.
Definitely. The approach is different in mind. Money is not the everything. Money तो कोई भी कमा लेगा, कैसे भी कमा लेगा. And what you are, what is your respect in the society, in your soul, respect yourself. So our soul should know to respect ourselves. Then is the way to live in the life. जाते समय कोई कुछ लेके नहीं जाता है. Karmic account is there. That we have to tell our children, our society to understand this, not the money. This is my message.
Thank you, Dr. Anuradha ma'am. I think Dr. Sadhna ma'am and Dr. Chitra, I could not see. Dr. Sangeeta Gupta ma'am, your comments, please.
I think it was a beautiful presentation, and what I can only say is that burnout is real. It's very common, as she said, in 50%, and it is preventable. Individual and institutional efforts should be there so that we can deal with these burnouts or these stress conditions. And let us, my message to every gynecologist, every health professional is that let us take care of ourselves, our colleagues, and our team. So it should be a teamwork. We should take care of ourselves, our colleagues, and our team. And a strong workforce of health professionals will take care of better patients, and we will make a better nation. If their health is okay, the patients are well treated, then our nation will progress and we will lead to a Viksit Bharat. So our aim will be complete. So let us think about our burnout and beyond the burnout. Thanks a lot, Dr. Harsha, for giving such nice presentation and insight into our problems. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. रागिनी मैम, आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
हम तो mesmerized सुन रहे हैं डॉक्टर हर्षा को तब से, and it is a real problem. When she told me she want to speak on that, I said yes, this is the topic for the oration, because the clinical thing everybody can speak, but this type of topic only a senior person who has really thoughtful can give a insight. So thank you, Dr. Harsha, for accepting my invitation in such a short notice. I can say in 2 minutes, not more than that, you have accepted it, and such a beautiful insight in the topic, which is really a need of honor. And we will keep its recording, and the moment our website is on and our YouTube channel is on, we will post it on there. So anybody who has not attended can see it. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you.
Sharda Jain ma'am, your pearls of wisdom for burnout for all of us.
I think it's a reality. We must know that we have to handle it. But I think, going back to our own training program, and it was duty hours were almost 12 hours. But I think it is the colleagues, the teachers, it is the way you are dealt with. Things are taken care of. I feel, we should definitely think on this and try to identify people who are getting out. I find, especially women are at problems because they get married early. So home front is there. The children are have to be taken care of, and at the same time, professional training also has to go side by side. So all things have to get together. I remember my own days, when we were faculty at Lady Hardinge Medical College. The people wanted, if there was a TA back at home, they want relief on that particular day. And, we made a policy that anybody is sick, we will see to it that the alternative things are done. And if you stand for them, the other people will also do that. So I think some kind of things have to be sorted out. The teachers have to also say कि whether उसको बात को समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं, सब्जेक्ट में क्लियर हो रहा है नहीं, एंड आउटराइट तो हम लोग डांटेंगे, उसका भी बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. So I think it's a problem everywhere. I know it. My daughter trained outside. After 8 hours, the senior sister will come and say, Dr. Jain, you can't work anymore. You are going to make a error. You're going to have problems. Please go home. That kind of a thing is lacking in our country. I think that part we have to see. It was a good topic.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. So I think we have very senior people here on this platform. सबका comment लेना तो शायद मुश्किल हो जाएगा. We have Dr. Professor Hema Shobhane here. We have Dr. Sushma Sinha. We have Dr. Shami Bhasin, and so many seniors. And I think we would go on for the vote of thanks, because I think we still have another one very important the slogan competition that we are all waiting for the results. So I would now request our Secretary General, Dr. Sudha Sharma, ma'am, to please formally give the vote of thanks for this particular part before we move on to the next part. Over to you, ma'am.
For this, Jyoti, this oration is awarded to Dr. Harsha Khullar in an IGF webinar on 2nd October 2025, and signed by Dr. Sharda Jain, Dr. Ragini Agarwal, and Dr. Sudha Sharma. Thank you, madam, again for joining us. And when we will have some physical program, we will officially and in person, we will award this oration to you. Thank you so much. Over to Dr. Sudha.
So, a very good evening, everyone. A very happy Dussehra, happy Gandhi Jayanti and Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti to everyone. I wish to express my gratitude to our chief patron, Dr. Sharda Jain ma'am, for showering her blessings and supporting NIGF at all levels. Ma'am, your words of wisdom make this platform move strong every time. Our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Harsha Khullar for making us wise on a subject which is the need of the hour. A burning problem, burning problem, burnout and beyond. Very rightly you named it as, cancer and, duty allocation and so many problems. And we all fit into this 52% of category, suicidal and dropout rates, and and dermatologists are the best. I think that's how we can grade it. And you've given us, some coping techniques and preventive things. Very, informative talk. Very informative talk. Respected chairpersons for presiding over this session and giving your valuable and prized inputs. Thanks, audience, for being with us all along this oration. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, for that short and sweet vote of thanks, as sweet as you. So we move on to the second part, a very interesting part. And the whole today's this presentation is by the PAC, the Public Awareness Committee, and we have mentor for the public awareness, Dr. Archana Verma, on this platform, a person who we all know, whom we all love, and who also leads by an example. And we have Dr. Anita Rajoria, who's in charge and chairperson of this Public Awareness Committee. So over to this committee, and the MOC for this particular part is none other than my dear friend, Dr. Anu Sidana. So over to you, Dr. Anu, for carrying out the second part of the slogan competition.
Good evening,
Thank you.
everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Dr. Anu.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Sharda Jan ma'am, Dr. Ragini ma'am, as well as Dr. Sudha Sharma ma'am for giving me this opportunity. And I want to wish Happy Dussehra and Happy Gandhi Jayanti to everyone. I want to say few lines. बुराई का नाश हो, सुख का आवास हो. बुराई का नाश हो, सुख का आवास हो. राम बसे आपके मन में, रावण कभी ना आपके आसपास हो. And Happy Dussehra to everyone. To start the session, we have our slogan competition, and the topic of our slogan competition is Rashtra Pratham and Viksit Bharat. And for that, I would like to invite our senior Dr. Anita Rajoria ma'am. She is senior consultant and HOD of Department of Obs and Gynae in Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Hospital, Delhi. And we all know her. She is in charge of our Public Awareness Committee as well, along with Dr. Archana Verma ma'am. And she has received many honors and awards. APJ Abdul Kalam Appreciation Award, Wonder Foxin Award, Inspiring Gynecologist of North India Award. So many laurels are in her credit. We welcome you, ma'am, and over to Dr. Anita Rajoria.
धन्यवाद अनु, थैंक यू. सबसे पहले हम अर्चना वर्मा मैम के आशीर्वाद लेंगे स्लोगन, बिकॉज वो हमारी मेंटर हैं पब्लिक अवेयरनेस कमेटी की. तो मैम पहले आप दो वाक्य जरूर बोले हमारे आशीर्वाद के लिए, ताकि मैं इस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ा सकूं. मैम
अरे वाह अनीता, थैंक यू. एक होता है ना, दुनिया में कुछ ही लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो दिल के बहुत करीब होते हैं और यू ऑलवेज फील हैप्पी. तो ये जो हैप्पीनेस फैक्टर है, ये आई थिंक इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे सबसे ज्यादा मिलता है. एंड आई एम सो थैंकफुल टू डॉक्टर रागिनी मैडम, अ चीफ पैट्रन, डॉक्टर शारदा जैन मैडम, एंड all the respected seniors present here. So thanks. तो है ही, आज बहुत बड़ा auspicious day है और we are talking about slogans. You know, slogans में छोटा सा पटाखा सा होता है, एक सिंगल लाइन में लिखते हैं, इसका इम्पैक्टफुल बहुत होता है. एंड दिस टॉपिक नेम राष्ट्र प्रथम इज वेरी क्लोज टू माय हार्ट. सो आई वाज जस्ट लिसनिंग टू मैडम्स ओरेशन, माइंड ब्लोइंग ओरेशन. एंड सच में इसके लिए हम ये कह सकते हैं कि बर्न आउट मुक्त भारत हमको चाहिए. तो और ये CPA फ्री एंड ऑल, व्हाट वी ऑल कैन डू एज अ डॉक्टर. एंड दिस हमारे पास जो ये शस्त्र है वेबिनार का, ये काफी बड़ा प्लेटफॉर्म है, काफी बड़ी चीज है ये, एंड हम इसको बहुत अच्छे से यूज कर सकते हैं. तो एजुकेशन इज अ रियल पावर, वी ऑल नो. सो थैंक्स टू ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स. और जिसको भी प्राइज मिलेगा वो भी विनर है, जिसको नहीं मिलेगा वो भी विनर है, वी ऑल नो. और इससे ज्यादा क्या कह सकते हैं हम. ब्लेसिंग्स ही ब्लेसिंग्स है अनीता. आई नो यू आर द पर्सन. अनीता पुनीता, नाम भी तो देखिए, IT आ रहा है दोनों के नाम में. तो सो दिस डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म विल डू अ लॉट एंड वेरी गुड. आई थिंक दिस पब्लिक अवेयरनेस कमेटी विल रॉक लाइक एनीथिंग. एंड टुडे इज ऑन दिस ग्रेट ओकेजन. मैं भी एक ही दो लाइन कहूंगी. अभी वो अनु बोल रही थी तो मैं भी जरा बोलूं. मुझे बड़ा शौक है शायरी करने का. तो न पूछो मंजिल क्या है मेरी, अभी तो सिर्फ सफर का इरादा किया है. चैलेंजेस से ना डरे हम कभी, ये वादा हमने खुद से ही किया है. तो थैंक्स टू ऑल. एंड विक्ट्री का दिन है आज, तो जिसमें कि बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं विक्ट्री में. और विक्ट्री में जब तक टीम नहीं है, जब तक शस्त्र नहीं है, जब तक कि आपने हैप्पीनेस फैक्टर नहीं है, हमें डिप्रेशन हमें नहीं रखना अपने पास बिल्कुल भी. और इसी के साथ हम एक प्लेज लें, एजुकेट टू एलिमिनेट इग्नोरेंस एंड रेस्पेक्ट योर टूल्स में फ्रेंड्स भी आते हैं. And walk strongly for a stronger nation is our mission. Thank you all, and thank you Ragini ji to giving me this platform. And this public awareness work is so close to my heart. And Sangeeta madam ने कहा अभी आप गए थे वहां पे, पैर पड़े और वहां पे धमाका हो गया. So ऐसे ही होता रहना चाहिए, पता तो लगे कि कौन आया और कौन गया. Thank you.
धन्यवाद. हाँ, धन्यवाद अर्चना मैम. मेरे सभी भी यहाँ पे सीनियर्स हैं, सबको नमन और मित्रों को ढेर सारा प्यार. आज बहुत ही पावन दिन है. गांधी जयंती है, दशहरा है, लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी की भी जयंती है। तो इन सब चीजों के साथ मैं आप सबको शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ। दशहरे की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आप मेरी पीपीटी देख पा रहे हैं?
जी मैम।
या
हाँ हाँ
फुल कर लो।
हाँ जी, हो रही है मैम। हाँ, तो दशहरे की शुभकामनाएं। हमें पता है कि ये जो है ये तमस की विजय है। तमस हार जाता है जब हम अच्छी बातें करते हैं। तमस मीन्स अंधकार, बुरी बातें। और जो अच्छी बातों की विजय है वह दर्शाता है दशहरा। और साथ में हमारे अपने बापू और शास्त्री का जन्मदिन है। बापू के बारे में क्या कहें? He was one of the best leader who made India independent. And Shastri ji, one of the best leader of the independent India. तो बहुत बहुत सबको शुभकामनाएं। तो बापू गांधी के मैसेजेस को आगे ले जाते हुए, और मैं क्षमा चाहूंगी अर्चना वर्मा मैम से। मैम, मैंने ये राष्ट्र प्रथम आपसे ही इंस्पायर होके लिया था, और आपकी मैंने इसमें परमिशन नहीं ली। आपका ग्रुप का ये जो पहला क्लॉज था ना, राष्ट्र प्रथम, ये बहुत ही एक सुंदर, एक इंस्पिरेशनल फ्रेज रहा, और इसमें मैंने विकसित भारत को जोड़ा। और ये मैं चाहती थी कि इस टॉपिक पे लोग थोड़ा सा सोचें, इस बारे में अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करें। शब्दों की जो हमने लिमिट रखी थी वह 25 वर्ड्स की या 25 शब्दों की रखी थी। और जैसे कि मैम ने बताया, मतलब उसको गागर में सागर भरना कहते हैं। कम लिखने में ही स्लोगन का इम्पैक्ट आता है। तो हमने इसकी जो 2 लाइनों का, हमने 2 वाक्यों की लिमिट रखी थी। तो इसमें हमारे साथ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग टीम का बहुत सहयोग रहा। सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। शारदा जैन मैम, रागिनी मैम, संगीता जी, सुधा मैम, ज्योति, अर्चना मैम, और की बातें तो आपने सुन ही ली हैं। अनु, धन्यवाद एमओसी बनने के लिए, इस पार्ट के लिए। और पुनीता जी, आपको भी बहुत बहुत वेलकम। तो हमारे जो जजेस थे वो हमारे सारे आदरणीय जज हैं। डॉक्टर नीलम जैन हैं। डॉक्टर नीलम जैन, आपको ज्ञात होगा, हमारी क्विज कमेटी एनआईजीएफ की चेयरपर्सन है। मैडम 15 दिन में एक बार क्विज डालती रहती है, तो मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है कि उसको आप अटेम्प्ट करें। बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं। डॉक्टर सुजाता शर्मा मैडम ने बहुत मेहनत करी, वो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं एनआईजीएफ की। डॉक्टर सविता सिंगल मैडम हैं, रोहतक से हैं, हरियाणा एनआईजीएफ की वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं। मैडम ने सबसे पहले अपना जजमेंट जो है दिया। भारती माहेश्वरी मैडम, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस। मैडम करेंटली is at Meerut. She's a professor and head of the department there. She's vice president of UP NIGF also. और अनिल मेहता सर हैं, सर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं जम्मू शाखा के एनआईजीएफ के। और डॉक्टर सुरभि सिंह, जो कि उत्तराखंड की वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं। तो आप सबका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आपने बहुत अच्छी जजमेंट दी है, और बहुत ही मेरे को लगा कि जितनी जो 30 के करीब हमारे पास एंट्रीज आई, उनको जज करना और बहुत कठिन कार्य था। और उसमें हमने इनको वो भी दिया था एक, कि किस हिसाब से उसका मूल्यांकन किया जाए, उसका कंटेंट कैसा है, वो रेलेवेंट है कि नहीं सब्जेक्ट से, प्रेजेंटेशन कैसे किया गया है, शब्द लिमिट के अनुसार है कि नहीं, और उसकी रिसाइटेबिलिटी कितनी है, कि यदि कोई बोलना चाहे स्लोगन तो वो किस हिसाब से उसको बोल पाएगा, कितनी आसानी से बोल पाएगा। तो धन्यवाद बहुत बहुत आपको। मुझे पता है बहुत मुश्किल हुआ होगा, क्योंकि सभी एंट्रीज बहुत ही सुंदर थी। आगे बढ़ने से पहले अर्चना मैम, आप हाथ उठा रहे हैं, कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे मैम? कुछ कहना चाहते हैं अर्चना मैम? कुछ? अच्छा,
गलती, बाय मिस्टेक।
अच्छा, ओके मैम, थैंक यू। तो हम रिजल्ट अनाउंस कर सकते हैं। तो फर्स्ट प्राइज मिला है डॉक्टर रीटा मलिक को। 6 के 6 लोगों को अलग अलग से सबकी एक्सेल शीट आ गई थी, उसको कंपाइल किया गया। रीटा मलिक जी का स्थान प्रथम है, बहुत बहुत आपको मुबारकें। तरु चाया जी सेकंड रही। डॉक्टर सीमा प्रकाश थर्ड हैं। डॉक्टर प्रीति जयपुर से हैं, फोर्थ हैं। तरु भी जयपुर से ही हैं। वंदना गुप्ता जी दिल्ली से फिफ्थ पे। और इनमें आप देखिए थोड़ा सा 1-2 मूल्यों का, मतलब अंकों का फर्क है। तो मतलब सभी मेरे हिसाब से विजेता हैं। सारी ही एंट्रीज, 30 की 30 एंट्रीज बहुत सुंदर थी। कुछ बहुत सुंदर है जिनको मैंने इसमें इंक्लूड किया है, जैसे नीति डोगरा जी का था, मनीषा नवानी, वंशिका कपूर जी, सुजाता गुप्ता, वीना प्रधान, रंजना भंडारी और प्रतिभा अग्रवाल। तो ये 1 या 2 नंबर का अंकों से आगे पीछे होना, ये इस बात का कोई वो प्राथमिकता नहीं है। मैं ये मानती हूँ कि सभी विजेता हैं। तो मैंने कुछ इनमें से विजेताओं को ये बताया था, अगर वो ज्वाइन करें तो अपना, मैं पीपीटी में इसको करूंगी इसका प्रेक्षण। आप जो है चाहें तो आप अपना स्लोगन बोल सकते हैं, खुद अपना माइक ऑन कर लीजिए। तो सबसे पहले रीटा मलिक जी, आपका है फर्स्ट प्राइज। मैडम अगर आप हैं तो बोलिए अपना स्लोगन।
हेलो
आप हैं? यस मैम,
हेलो
वेलकम। यस मैम, प्लीज
हेलो,
बोलिए।
एम आई ऑडिबल?
यस
हाँ,
मैम,
सुन
यस।
पा? हाँ, सभी मेरे सीनियर्स और फ्रेंड्स को बहुत बहुत नमस्कार, दशहरा की शुभकामनाएं, गांधी जयंती, लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी की जयंती की भी बहुत बहुत बधाइयाँ। राष्ट्र प्रथम जो है, एक्चुअली आई बिलोंग टू अ फैमिली ऑफ आरएसएस डिसेंडेंट्स। तो राष्ट्र प्रथम की भावना जो है मेरे तो अंदर ही है। और जहां तक लिखने का है, पिछले 2-3 सालों से मुझे लिखने का शौक पैदा हुआ। क्यों? जब डॉक्टर शारदा जैन मैडम ने कोविड टाइम में सबको इतना प्रोत्साहित किया कि ठीक है, आप, ये एक टाइम है, एक बुरा टाइम है जो निकल जाएगा, लेकिन आप इस बीच में अपनी क्रिएटिविटी को उभारिए। उस टाइम से मैंने लिखना शुरू किया है और इसी NIGF पे या फॉक्सी के कई प्लेटफॉर्म पे मैंने इसी लिखने के लिए मैंने कई जीते हैं, प्राइजेस भी जीते हैं,
प्रयास
तो
किए
ये
हैं।
राष्ट्र प्रथम विकसित भारत, राष्ट्र प्रथम, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि केवल शब्द नहीं, एक भावना है। अज्ञानता, लोभ, जाति, धर्म से ऊपर उठकर अर्थ मतलब धन, अगर आप कुछ कर सकते, कंट्रीब्यूट अपना इकोनॉमिकली भी कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं तो भी करिए। अर्थ, विद्या, कथनी, खाली कहना नहीं है, करनी से भी। अर्थ, विद्या, कथनी और करनी से एक विकसित भारत बनाना। तो ये मेरे मन में 2 लाइनें आई थी जो मैंने लिखी, और सभी जजेस का, कमेटी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि मेरी इन पंक्तियों को पसंद किया गया और मुझे प्रथम पुरस्कार दिया। थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद मैडम। इस पुरस्कार की आप हकदार इसलिए भी रही क्योंकि आपका प्रेजेंटेशन, जो कि एक अलग 10 नंबर प्रेजेंटेशन के थे, उसमें आपको बहुत अच्छे नंबर मिले हैं। बहुत सुंदर आपकी नई बैकग्राउंड पे लिखा है। तो राष्ट्र
मैडम,
प्रथम, राष्ट्र
एक लाइन बोलना चाहती हूँ। जो प्रेजेंटेशन है मेरे, इस जो पुरस्कार है उसका मैं आधा श्रेय अपनी बहू को देती हूँ। मैं लिखती हूँ, वो मेरे को चेक करती है, मैडम मम्मी कैसा बनाया है, मैं इसको थोड़ा सा डेकोरेट करूंगी। तो पिछली बार एक मेरा वो भी फर्स्ट प्राइज था, उसमें भी उसने मेहनत की और वो इसको डेकोरेट करती है। तो प्रेजेंटेशन और राइटिंग दोनों मिलके आधा उसको जाता है, आधा मुझे जाता है।
जी रीटा मैम, ये बात बिल्कुल, आप अच्छा खाना बनाएं और आपकी प्रस्तुति भोजन की टेबल पे अच्छी ना हो तो शायद खाने में उतना स्वाद नहीं आता। तो प्रेजेंटेशन का भी इसमें बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहा है। आपको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। द्वितीय प्राइज जाता है तरु छाया जी को। तरु काफी कोशिश करने के बावजूद वो ज्वाइन नहीं कर पाई हैं, तो मैं ही पढ़ देती हूँ उनका। राष्ट्र प्रथम की गूंज हो, गली गली चौबारा, भारत हो विकसित देश, यह संकल्प हमारा। बहुत सुंदर लिखा है, बहुत सटीक लिखा है और बहुत कम शब्दों में उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी विवेचना करी है। थर्ड प्राइज की हकदार हैं डॉक्टर सीमा प्रकाश। डॉक्टर सीमा आप हैं तो आप अपना पढ़ सकती हैं। डॉक्टर सीमा आप हैं क्या? अगर नहीं है तो मैं ही पढ़ देती हूँ। राष्ट्र प्रथम, भारत महान, पहले राष्ट्र फिर सब काम, विकसित भारत हमारा नाम, विकास ही है हमारी पहचान। बहुत सुंदर लिखा है इन्होंने। उसके बाद प्रीति शर्मा मैडम ने लिखा, जयपुर से हैं मैडम, वहाँ की प्रेसिडेंट हैं। बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं मैडम, आपको मुबारक हो।
थैंक यू सो मच मैडम, थैंक यू सो मच।
देख पा रही हूँ मैम, आपको इनवाइट करती हूँ, आप अपना पढ़ सकते हैं मैम, प्लीज। आप अपना स्लोगन पढ़ सकती हैं।
हाँ, राष्ट्र प्रथम, विकास आधार, आत्मनिर्भरता की हो पुकार, विश्व पटल पर चमके भारत, हर भारतीय का यही हो विचार। थैंक यू
बहुत
सो
मा-
मच, यू
बहुत
लाइक।
बढ़िया।
हाँ,
या बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत माननीय और बहुत एग्रीएबल आपकी ये जो भावना रही है। हमें अपने देश पर गर्व है और आपके इस कथन पर भी बहुत गर्व है। धन्यवाद
थैंक
मैडम।
यू सो मच, थैंक यू।
अब बारी आती है वंदना गुप्ता जी की। वंदना को मैंने देखा था, शायद ज्वाइन किया है। वंदना आप हैं तो
Yeah,
आप अपना
yeah,
हाँ,
I'm there.
वेलकम वेलकम वेलकम।
Thank you. Happy Dashera to everyone. And राष्ट्र प्रथम अब प्रत्येक भारतीय का नारा है। भारत को सशक्त, समृद्ध और विकसित बनाना कर्तव्य हमारा है। ये बहुत बड़ा ड्रीम है कि we need to do a lot more. Like Dr. Harsha Gullar said, that to reduce the burnout among us professionals, we have to wake up and see that each and every one holds hand and moves ahead rather than feeling the burnout. Thank you.
एक बहुत सुंदर इस आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन में हमने देखा आपने ना अब भारत के जो भविष्य है ना उसके हाथ में जो झंडा पकड़ाया है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो हमें खुद को ही विकसित नहीं करना, खुद का ही विकास नहीं करना, हमें अपनी जो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन आ रही है उसको हमें कैसे संभालना है, संजोना और उसको कैसे तैयार करना है ताकि वो हमारी देश की सुंदर लीगेसी को आगे ले जा सके। बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं और मुबारक आपको वंदना जी। उसके
Thank you.
मतलब उसके बाद मैंने 5-6 और इसमें इंक्लूड करी हैं। इन सब में 1-2 नंबर का ही फर्क रहा। जैसे नीति डोगरा जी ने लिखा, नई सोच और नई उड़ान, ये है विकसित भारत की पहचान, नई प्रौद्योगिकी, नई तकनीक, बेटी बहुएं सभी शरीक। बहुत सुंदर। नभ को जिसने लांग लिया है, सबको जिसने मान दिया है, ये है मेरा अद्भुत भारत, ये मेरा है विकसित भारत। बहुत बढ़िया। फिर 7th पोजीशन के लिए 2 लोगों ने शेयर किया है, मनीषा नवानी जी और वंशिका कपूर जी। मनीषा नवानी जी ने लिखा, राष्ट्र प्रथम बने आधार, तभी होगा भारत विकसित अपार। और डॉक्टर वंशिका कपूर जो कि पीजी रेजिडेंट हैं, इनको बहुत बहुत मैं आशीर्वाद भी देती हूँ और मुबारक भी देती हूँ। इन्होंने कोशिश, बहुत सुंदर प्रयास किया है। विकसित भारत की तरफ बढ़ाएं एक कदम, आओ मिलकर बनाएं हम हमारा ये राष्ट्र प्रथम। इन्होंने मतलब इसको बिल्कुल निचोड़ को अपने अंदर ले लिया है उस बात को कि मतलब हमें हर काम ऐसे करना है कि हमारा देश ही हमारी प्रायोरिटी हो, उसका विकास ही हमारी प्रायोरिटी हो। तो इनको बहुत बहुत मुबारक। 8th पोजीशन पे रही सुजाता गुप्ता जी। इन्होंने लिखा है, स्वस्थ भारत विकसित भारत, मन तन दोनों स्वस्थ रहे हर भारतवासी का, मिलजुल कर उठान करें अपने विकसित भारत का। फिर वीना प्रधान मैडम, मैं इनका धन्यवाद करती हूँ, इन्होंने इस आयोजन में भाग लिया। राष्ट्र हित में एक ही नारा, स्वस्थ भारत हो हमारा, भारत को विकसित करना है, साथ ही कैंसर मुक्त बनाना है। वीना प्रधान मैडम हमारी ब्रेस्ट कमेटी की बहुत एक्टिव मेंबरान रही हैं और काफी कार्य करती रहती हैं, पब्लिक अवेयरनेस के भी बहुत प्रोग्राम करती रहती हैं। तो इनका बहुत बहुत आदर सत्कार हमारे कार्यक्रम में हिस्सा लेने के लिए। 10वीं पोजीशन पे भी फिर 2 लोगों ने शेयर किया है। रंजना भंडारी रथ हैं, with unity in purpose and strength in action, let's build our destiny, an India that leads the world with progress, pride and compassion. मेरा भारत महान। प्रतिभा अग्रवाल जी गुड़गांव से, उन्होंने ये संदेश भेजा है, निज स्वार्थ तज करे राष्ट्र हित की बात, एकता परिश्रम और शिक्षा का हो साथ, विकसित भारत की यही पहचान, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि हो जन जन का कल्याण। तो ऐसे ही अनेक 20 और एंट्रीज हैं जिनका मैं चाहती थी मैं सबको प्रोजेक्ट करूं, पर अनफॉर्चुनेटली बहुत लंबा हो जाता आयोजन, इसलिए मैंने पूरे सबको नहीं ले पाई। बहुत ही सुंदर स्लोगन थे। मैंने सबकी कंपाइलेशन हम वेबसाइट पे डाल देंगे, जैसे कि रागिनी मैम का ये बहुत अच्छा एक आइडिया है कि सबके प्रयास जो है वो सबको दिखने चाहिए। तो हम इसको सारी की सारी जो एंट्रीज हैं उनको हम एक उसमें पीपीटी में बना के हम उसको उस पर डाल देंगे वेबसाइट पे। तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद रागनी मैम, मेरे को ये अवसर दिया आपने कि मैं ये वाले आयोजन में कुछ अपना योगदान दे सकूं। सभी जजेस का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अब मैं सब जजेस से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वो उनका एक्सपीरियंस इस विषय में कैसा रहा वो अपने अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करें, और उनको उनका अपना कैसा उनका एक्सपीरियंस रहा इसको जज करने के लिए। तो सारे माननीय न्यायाधीशों से मेरा अनुरोध है। सुजाता मैडम आप बोलिए पहले। सुजाता मैम, यस।
हाँ जी, आज दशहरा के उपलक्ष्य में और गांधी जयंती और लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी के जन्मदिन के उपलक्ष्य में सबको बधाई। ये एक बहुत ही अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म था स्लोगन के लिए, और जो थीम चुना गया था विकसित भारत और राष्ट्र प्रथम, ये एक ऐसा थीम है जो विच इज वेरी क्लोज टू माय हार्ट। जैसा कि वो फर्स्ट विनर ने कहा, डॉक्टर क्या नाम था उनका,
रीटा मलिक।
रीटा मलिक। सो मेरी जेनेटिक्स में भी आरएसएस कूट कूट के भरा हुआ है, इसलिए मुझे ये टॉपिक ही बहुत अच्छा लगा। सभी लोगों ने बहुत ही अच्छे से एक्सप्रेस करा, बट जैसे कि वो है कि एक छोटा सा आपको सेंटेंस या एक दो लाइंस में आपको बहुत कुछ कन्वे करना है जिसका इम्पैक्ट ऐसा हो। तो डॉक्टर रीता मलिक मेरी भी फर्स्ट चॉइस ही थी। पहले जितने भी हैं सब मेरा ख्याल है एक यूनिफॉर्मिटी ही है शायद सारे में, कंपाइल तो डॉक्टर अनीता ने ही करा है, तो सारों का एक ही जैसा लग रहा है व्यू। जो ग्रेडिंग है वो मेरे भी ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही ग्रेडिंग थी। सो मेरी तरफ से सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को बहुत कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस एंड उनको एनकरेजमेंट भी है मेरी तरफ से कि वो दे कंटिन्यू विद देयर गुड एफर्ट्स फॉर द फ्यूचर आल्सो। थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद सुजाता मैम। सुरभि मैम आप कुछ प्रकाश डालेंगे, आपको कैसा रहा ये आपका एक्सपीरियंस जजमेंट के दौरान?
बहुत अच्छा रहा, थोड़ा कठिन था एक्सेल शीट पर उसको करके भेजना, और मैंने तो पढ़ के अपने हस्बैंड को राइमिंग रात के 12 बजे उठा के सुनाएगी, इसमें बताओ कि राइम कौन सा अच्छा कर रहा है।
सर को भी धन्यवाद, सर को बहुत बहुत।
और दूसरा जो बच्चे का वंदना को मैंने दिया था फर्स्ट एक्चुअली, क्योंकि मैं खुद पेंटिंग करती हूँ, मेरे को उसका वो जो छोटा बच्चा वेव कर रहा है और उसके ऊपर उसने जो स्लोगन दिया था वो मेरे को इसलिए अच्छा लगा क्योंकि वहां से हमको अपने मन में लाना है कि हमारा राष्ट्र प्रथम होना चाहिए। और दिस कम्स एट अ टाइम व्हेन अभी सब जगह से इंडियंस का हो रहा है कि सब लोग अपने कंट्री में ही रहो। अमेरिका, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, साउथ कोरिया, न्यूजीलैंड, सब जगह से इंडियन ब्राइट स्टूडेंट्स हैं कि अपने कंट्री में जाओ। तो राष्ट्र प्रथम की भावना हमको बचपन से स्कूल में ही बच्चों को डालनी है कि भाई हमको अपने देश में ही पढ़ लिख के यहीं पर हमें अपना योगदान देना है। और मैं तो कहती हूँ कि ये हालांकि बहुत लोगों के बच्चे बाहर पढ़ रहे होंगे कि कंसल्टिंग एजेंसीज वगैरह जो इंडिया में हैं जो काफी बच्चों को एनकरेज करती हैं, और इवन मेरे बच्चों को भी मेयोज में थी लड़कियां तो वहां पर रेगुलर काउंसलर्स आते थे कि बाहर देखो इतनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं। और यूजी लेवल पर मैंने अपनी एक डॉटर को भेजा तो मेरे को लगा कि बहुत हार्डवर्क है, हार्डशिप्स हैं और एजुकेशन एट पार है अपने इंडिया में। तो इट वाज अ वेरी गुड टॉपिक। एंड अभी ये बर्नआउट वाला जो ओरेशन था ये भी बहुत अच्छा था। कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस टू एवरीवन एंड हैप्पी दशहरा टू ऑल।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू, धन्यवाद
डॉक्टर अनीता।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू। आप लोगों ने बहुत एफर्ट डाला, बहुत चैलेंजिंग कार्य है, मतलब 5 भागों में
एक्चुअली उसमें ये सबसे प्रॉब्लम की बात थी कि छोटे छोटे उसमें आया था, उसको प्रिंट आउट पहले तो निकाला सारे उनका, वो एक कॉपी बनाई
चैलेंज होता है
अलग से। हाँ,
मैंने ईमेल से सारा उसको ईमेल डाउनलोड करके उसको स्क्रीनशॉट लेके सबसे शेयर किया। तो वो थोड़ा सा होता है कि एक फिजिकल में आसान होता है, अगर आपके पास पेन कागज को करना तो थोड़ा सा
ठीक है। यू फील हैप्पी कि आपको जो है ये ऑनर मिला।
डॉक्टर अनीता सारे काफी अच्छे थे, और जजमेंट जब भी होता है तो हमेशा एक डिलेमा ही रहता है कि ये ज्यादा अच्छा है या ये ज्यादा अच्छा है। और एज डॉक्टर मलिक रियली डिजर्व द फर्स्ट प्राइज, और जहां तक मैं कहूंगी राष्ट्र प्रथम, तो मेरे ख्याल से जैसे और जजेस ने शेयर किया, मेरे लिए भी ये जीन्स का ही मामला है, बिकॉज मेरे फादर भी आर्म्ड फोर्सेस में थे। तो हमारे घर में अगर टीवी में नेशनल एंथम बजता था तो हमें वी वर सपोज टू ऑल स्टैंड अप इन बिल्कुल अटेंशन में खड़े हो जाते थे। तो हमारे भी बचपन से यही है कि राष्ट्र प्रथम। दूसरा मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी अपने एक्सपीरियंस से, अभी मैं जयपुर में नहीं, अभी मैं अहमदाबाद में हूँ। तो यहाँ पे जो सबसे बड़ी मेरे को चीज लगी और विकसित भारत, वो ये है कि यहाँ पे लड़कियां भी रात को, बिकॉज नवरात्रे चल रहे हैं, और रात को 2 बजे 3 बजे सेफ्टी का जो इश्यू है ना, इस राज्य में मेरे को बहुत ही अच्छा लगा बनिस्बत की अपने नॉर्थ इंडिया के और राज्यों के अपेक्षा। तो ये जब तक हम अपने लड़कियों के लिए, बच्चियों के लिए सेफ इंडिया नहीं बनाएंगे, तब तक हम विकास के दृष्टि में कहीं पिछड़े रहेंगे और विमेन्स डेवलपमेंट में पिछड़े रहेंगे। तो ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इशू है जो हमें आगे भी एड्रेस करना है विकास के लिए। बाकी कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस टू ऑल द विनर्स एंड ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऑल्सो।
धन्यवाद मैडम। भारती मैम आप हैं यहाँ पे? भारती महेश्वरी मैम, अनिल मेहता सर, यदि आप हैं तो आप अपने विचार प्रस्तुत कर सकते हैं। सविता सिंघल मैडम भी मैं देख नहीं पा रही हूँ उनको, तो यदि अन्य कोई व्यक्ति यस मैम आप हैं? सविता सिंघल मैम हैं? अच्छा, रागिनी मैम आप कुछ बोलेंगी शारदा जैन मैम से, फिर मैं अनुरोध करूंगी वो बोले कुछ इस विषय में। रागिनी मैम अनम्यूट करिए मैम। नहीं, अनम्यूट नहीं हुआ। हाँ अब हो गया।
अब हो गया।
हाँ जी।
अनीता,
थैंक यू अनीता।
राष्ट्र प्रथम में ज्वाइन करने के लिए बोलेंगे को।
किसको? मैं तो ज्वाइन हूँ। मैं तो ये कह रही हूँ, मेरे ख्याल से सबके जीन्स का यही चक्कर है, सभी के
यस मैम, ये मतलब आज पता चला सारे देश भर। बहुत सुंदर भावना, एक सच में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
वंडरफुल प्रोग्राम, एंड सबने बहुत ही, जजेस ने असली मेहनत की होगी।
बहुत चैलेंजिंग
आपने सबने
बहुत चैलेंज। ये जो मार्किंग स्कीम है उसके लिए मैं साधना गुप्ता मैडम की भी बहुत आभारी हूँ। उन्होंने ये डिजाइन किया था कि प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छी होनी चाहिए, शब्दों के अनुरूप होना चाहिए, उसमें भाव अच्छे होने चाहिए, वो रेलेवेंट होना चाहिए जो टॉपिक दिया गया है। तो ये जो 5 पॉइंट्स हैं, मैं साधना गुप्ता मैम की बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ उसके लिए। शारदा जैन मैम आप कुछ बोलेंगी मैम, आशीर्वाद के शब्द?
एक तो टॉपिक बहुत सुंदर था, मेरे तो ये बहुत ही क्लोज है। इनफैक्ट आई फील कि जब बच्चे की आंखें खुले तो सबसे पहले एक ही चीज सिखानी चाहिए कि देश प्रथम, ये सबसे पहले हमें आना चाहिए। और यहीं पर हम फॉल्टर कर रहे हैं। हम चाहे कितनी भी बातें करें, हमारे जो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन आ रही है और जो है वो उसमें उतनी वाला वो नहीं है जितनी मजबूती से हम लोग खड़े हैं राष्ट्र के साथ। तो हम लोग को ये यंगस्टर्स को यही सिखाना है कि अगर देश रहेगा तो हम रहेंगे, अगर देश नहीं रहेगा तो कुछ भी नहीं होगा। सो आई थिंक इट वाज great thing. All people who have won the award, they are congratulated, and the ones who could not do it, I think they require double congratulations to make it next time.
Definitely.
So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Anu. We can invite Punita ma'am also to give thanks. Punita ma'am ने join किया है?
She was there.
पुनीता मैम है आप उसमें? तो अनु आप ही कर दीजिए। मैं मेरे तरफ से सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, सभी जजेस को, ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को, और आज के जितने भी हमारे वर्दी चेयरपर्सन्स हैं, शारदा जैन मैम, रागिनी मैम, अर्चना वर्मा मैम, और मेरे सारे सीनियर्स, सुजाता मैम, थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी। मैम ने बोला मेरा लैपटॉप परेशान कर रहा, थैंक यू मैम आप ज्वाइन कर पाए फिर भी। नीलम जैन मैम थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू टू ऑल द जजेस। सुरभि मैम थैंक यू सो मच, एंड ज्योति थैंक यू फॉर एंकरिंग इट सो वेल। सोनिका धन्यवाद कोऑर्डिनेट करने के लिए, और मेरे IT के लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। रोशन जी धन्यवाद, आपको स्पेशल थैंक यू। और आज स्मूथली चला, कोशिश करेंगे कि हम अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पे फिर से एक बार ट्राई करें। कल थोड़ा सा हमें चैलेंज मिला, पर कोई बात नहीं, तो हम दोबारा से ट्राई करेंगे नेक्स्ट बारी। थैंक यू मैम। एंड आई थिंक अभी हम इसको खत्म करें मैम, या कुछ और कोई बोलना?
बस खाली यही है, इस प्लेटफॉर्म में सब कुछ अच्छा है, खाली हम लोगों को अपने को डिसिप्लिन करना चाहिए। हम लोग उसको करते हैं और हमारी फोटो आ जाती है। आई थिंक प्रोबेबली दैट पीपल लाइक इट। उसमें हमें अपने आप को डिसिप्लिन करना पड़ेगा कि हमने अपने वीडियो को टच नहीं करना।
बिल्कुल, थैंक यू मैम, धन्यवाद सबका, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। मैं डॉक्टर अलका सेठी दिख रही है मुझे, अलका या धन्यवाद मैम। तो सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, प्रणाम अलका सेठी मैम, आपको भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ज्वाइन करने के लिए, थैंक यू। तो सबको अब मैं अलविदा कहती हूँ, और एक बार जोर से वंदे मातरम बोलेंगे। वंदे
मातरम।
राष्ट्र प्रथम विकसित भारत। धन्यवाद अर्चना मैम, थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग।